guys, welcome back to my channel. This year in 2023, I'm doing something extremely different with my videos, and that is really bringing you into my process and showing you how I do everything that I do. Last year, I got a lot of questions in regards to how do I create my own patterns? How do I write my own patterns? How do I level up in this amazing crochet hobby ability that I have? I want to do more. How do I do more? And this is how I'm going to show you, by walking you through my step process of every project that I'm doing, bit by bit, revealing 4 videos a month, all regarding the same project and breaking it down. Video 1 will be my materials, how I'm selecting the yarn that I'm selecting for the project, the crochet hook that I'm selecting for the project, all those things, so that way hopefully it can give you an idea of how to do that yourself. Video number 2 is going to be me designing the project, how I'm going to pick the crochet stitch that I want to use for the project, how I'm going to work up the swatch to figure out if that stitch will even work, or if I have to select a different one, and then how I plan on putting everything together to make that project work. Video 3 will be how I write the pattern for the project, how I break it down, how specific I have to be, even potentially diagrams and how I create those as well. And then video 4 will be us actually making the project together as a normal video tutorial. I'm very excited about this process and what potential it can bring to you guys this year, and what amazing things, doors that will open up for you by watching my process, and hopefully encourage you or show you how to create your own process, create your own patterns, own designs, and grow in your own crochet ability. My January project is going to be a shawl. I haven't made a shawl in a while, and there is a yarn I've been dying to play with that I think would look amazing as a shawl. Remember when I shared with you my trip to the DFW Fiber Fest? This is one of the yarns that I got from that event. It's called That 70s yarn. It's a plump worsted size 3 weight yarn, 100% Southwest merino wool. Each hank has approximately 213 yards of yarn, or 100 grams of yarn. I bought 4, so that I made sure I had enough to make something. And that's a total of 852 yards of yarn. This yarn is from Silly Goose Yarns. The yarn dyer's name is Courtney. I just fell in love with her booth at Fiber Fest. I loved all of her colors, and I really appreciated the fact that she had yarns that were a worsted size 3 weight and not just the size 1 super fine yarn that I'm not used to playing with. So I was definitely having fun looking at all of the yarns at her booth. I actually recently reached out to Courtney to see if she would like to collab on a future project, have me use her yarns on something else, and she was really excited about the idea. And so in the future you may see me working with another project from Silly Goose Yarns and having a lot of fun with it. If you go to our website right now, you can still find the yarn that I'm using for this project as of the recording of this video. The name of the color is That 70s yarn, and it is a plump worsted weight yarn, or size 3. So if you go there now, you can still find it and be working with the exact same materials that I am using in this project. I'll put a link to her website in the description section or comment section below this video for you, so you can just click on that link and it'll take you straight to the yarn that I am using in the project to make it easy peasy for you. If you do need to substitute this yarn out based on the fiber, if you're allergic to the fiber, the cost of the material, the yarn, or even just the ability to get your hands on it, feel free to substitute this yarn out with anything that has a WPI of 14 wraps per inch. So if you are going to substitute out, make sure it hits that same wraps per inch, so that way you know that your dimensions will come out as closely as possible to mine. If you've never heard of wraps per inch before, or WPI, I will put a video link in the description section below for you, where I am explaining WPI, how to use it, and how amazing it is. The yarn that I'm going to be using, it's in the form of a hank. So before I even begin this project, I need to turn my hank of yarn into either a cake or a ball, something a lot easier to work with, so that way I'm not running into a bunch of knots and wanting to pull my hair out. So I have here my wood umbrella swift and my yarn ball roller. They work together as a great team. I'll put just links to them in the description section below if you would like to get your hands on what I have in my studio. They are amazing. I love them to death. But what I'm going to do right now is take all 4 hanks of yarn and convert them into cakes, so that way when I go to begin my project, everything is just a much easier process. So the crochet hooks that I'm selecting for this project just to play around is the H8 or 5mm, the I9 5.5mm, and the J10 or 6mm crochet hook. I'm gonna test these out to see which one works best for this project. Other materials that you are going to want to have available are a measuring tape, so that way we can make swatches. We are making swatches in the next video. You will also want to have a pair of scissors because, of course, if we need to attach more yarn, those will come in handy. Go ahead and grab all of your materials, get everything ready to go. In my next video, we are actually going to be planning out the project. I'm gonna go over different shawl types. We will talk about dimensions for shawls. I will go over patterns with you, test out patterns with you to see what will work and what won't work, and then also go over what I actually have enough yarn to make. It's gonna be great, and I look forward to diving into that information with you in the next video.